Hey, so do you ever have that time in your life where you feel like this world is happening to you instead of for you? When everything is falling apart, like the world is supposed to be in alignment. What's happening? What did I do? Why am I not doing this right? What's going on? You overanalyze things. Oh my gosh, I'm human. I get stuck in that all the time. I'm so grateful that this really great video popped up on my YouTube that was talking about synchronicities. It talked about unexplained events that happen when you're focusing on something, and there are 5 different types of synchronicities that happen in our life. And oftentimes I'm looking at synchronicities and manifestation in coaching in a different light. Like, oh yeah, it's just a sign that we're in alignment. It's a sign that we're moving forward. But when we do the negative things, it wasn't something that I was really focused in on, or it wasn't something that I wanted to shine light on. Oftentimes when I'm going through what I'm going through, when I'm going through the hard times, I'm thinking, oh, it's going to work out. It's going to work out. We're going to be okay. But oftentimes there's a message in that too. And I look for the lessons in life, and I'm aware that there are lessons in life, and I look at those in different ways. But when things are just flowing so effortlessly, that's a really good sign that we're in alignment with what we are meant to do, with what we're supposed to do. When we have hard things happen to us, sometimes that's also a sign that we're out of alignment, or that we need to shift gears, change directions, or move in a different pace. Sometimes those misalignments, those negative things that happen, can get us stuck. We can focus on, oh my gosh, everything's falling apart, and then we can spiral in that stuck and look for the easy ways out, instead of just really focusing in on, how can I reshift this? How can this be a lesson for me? I'm really grateful for the lessons that have come and that keep coming to keep shifting me back into alignment. But it's all part of that process, right? We talk about manifestation work. I know in my truest heart of hearts, that I believe that everything that has happened, good and bad, has brought me here to this moment, and is bringing me forward to do what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that without a thought. But when you're in those moments, when like life really smacks you over the head, you're like, dang it, what am I supposed to do? What can I do? How can I do it? And then it seems like we draw more of that attention in. I'm not thinking, oh, you only think positivity, toxic positivity, only think good thoughts and everything's going to be okay. But if you really do believe that everything will be okay, and then you take action towards it, then it is. It's not just the belief. It's not just the thought process, although that is a huge part of this. It is also very much so taking action. How can we take action? How can we move towards this, even if we don't know what the outcome is? How can we let go of the outcome and just move forward? That is really difficult when things aren't going our way. I was turning my steering wheel on my car, and then all of a sudden I heard a click, and it seems like, and then a warning sign came up on my car, and there was a disconnection in the steering wheel to the airbags. So I ended up taking it in. They said it was going to be close to $1,000. I had the power company, Skamania Power, for this property where I was going to, where I need to get power connected with. And they told me it was going to be around $4,500 for the transformer, $400 for the meter main, and then it was going to be another, $5,000 for a hookup to just have the temporary power. I mean, these are things that I'm learning. I don't know. I've never done construction before. How am I supposed to know this stuff? And then the same day, earlier that day, I had a gentleman come out that was going to be, that had originally quoted from afar, the septic install. The septic install and the well are actually included in the loan, but any extra construction was not included in the loan of this property. So when he came out, I'd already had like a set amount that we could work with. We were just kind of talking about what we were going to do moving forward. And then he tacked on an additional like $8,000, $8,000 to $10,000 that was going to be to do this project. And and then he said, you have to get the trees out. I had the tree guy come to take a look, and it was going to be $3,000 to get the tree out. And that was a huge requirement. I mean, I have these giant trees. We'll go into that later, but so much money, right? You're doing the math in your head. It's adding up. And I can't get things going without the power, and I can't do the septic without the trees taken down, and I can't do the septic without the well being put in first. And then the well came and they said, we need to do a deposit. You need to have 10% down. So I'm like, how? I can't do that. It's all supposed to be within the loan. We can't take it out from the loan. It has to only be paid out at completion. All of these things. And I'm floored. I'm like on my knees. And it kind of immobilized me. We got hit pretty hard. I co-own a wonderful business called Fern & Faye Massage with my partner Laurel, and for the last couple of months it's been tough, and I didn't get paid, and I haven't had like a normal paycheck, and I'm thinking, what am I doing? God, what are you doing? What is going on? Where are you leading me? How is the universe? How is all of this going to play out? I feel it. I know it's going to happen, but I'm so stuck on the how. Sometimes I get so trapped in the how instead of letting go and knowing that things are going to be in alignment. I was going to have to cancel my daughter's birthday party, and that just broke my heart because I thought, gosh, she's only, she's 14. This is her golden birthday. She was born on the 14th. How am I going to do all of this? And you can call it delusion. I don't know. But I know without a doubt that it was going to work out. And I had to check myself and not let myself spiral and not let myself like get stuck in that space for too long. Because that is where I think so many of us give up and say, no, I'm just going to turn around. I'm scared, right? That's a fear-based response. And what I realized was that I don't have to be afraid that things are going to work out. I have a track record, of all the things that I thought were going to just ruin me. Actually haven't ruined me at all. It just made me a better person. This is going to work out exactly how it's supposed to. And the more that I let go and believed and didn't allow it to immobilize me, the more things started working out. So I called Skamania County and I said, hey, I can't afford $10,000 to hook up power. I know that there was overhead power here before. Can I put in overhead power until I'm able to refi and get the funding to do that larger transformer and continue this? Like, what can I do to get this going here? And he said, yes, you can. We can do something above power or above line. It's only going to be a $400 fee on our end. And I called the electrician, and it's only going to be around $1,200 on their end. So I'm looking at $1,500 instead of $10,000 to get power to the property. That same guy from the power company said, hey, for septic installer, have you tried this guy that lives up the road? Phenomenal guy. He can help you out. Why don't you get another quote from him? That guy comes out, and he comes over and asked what the other people quoted me, what was going on, where I was at. I told him my situation. I told him that, I don't have extra money right now. I really need to get this going in order to start building. All of these things were stopping me from being able to just start this process, because in order to have a permit to be able to build, you have to have septic, you have to have water. There are so many different rules that you have to abide by in order to be able to move forward. So I was just stuck, right? I told him what was going on. He said, oh, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm not going to ask for a deposit. I will go ahead and do your septic install for the price that was originally quoted. And I can take these trees out for you if you'd like. And I'll go ahead and do the excavation in the other areas that you need to get the well going and to get this build the way that you need it. All for under what I owe in the loan, or what I already had set aside in the loan. It's going to cost $0 out of pocket for me. Amazing. I was crying, obviously, so happy, so grateful. And then I was thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to pay my mortgage? How am I going to do this? Because I've got these other things that hit really hard with work. How am I going to do this? And then I get a call from my previous, I lived in a house down the road from here, not too far away, for a while, and I had a hot tub. And I was going to have it moved. I was trying to get tractors or other things to get it moved because it's kind of in an awkward situation. And then I got a call from the realtor saying, you know what, I think we want to buy your hot tub from you so that we can really sell the deal on this house so that we'll be able to close. I think it'll be a really good opportunity. We're willing to pay $5,000 for your hot tub. It all works out. It all works out. And then my car company called and said, hey, part of this is going to be covered under warranty. And I had just broken down. I had help. And I had to reach out for help from a friend to be able to pay what I could just to get the car going and to get things going. I'm so grateful that I have the help that I need. I'm so grateful that I have the community that I have. But more so, how things are in so much alignment. It's such, I know when things just work out like this, it's showing me I'm on the right path. And I know when things don't work out, it's telling me I need to search for the different path so that it is working out. I need to look at that instead of letting it immobilize me, instead of allowing it to cause me to halt and not have any action and sit and spin in my hurt. I need to look at that and say, you know what? I got this. No worries. It's a no. That's fine. Let's turn it around. Let me see another way that this is going to work in my favor so that we can get this going and be on track. I have so much gratitude. And it's still just showing me all the time how things can work in alignment. I wanted to share it with you. I want to be raw. I want to be vulnerable. I want to be open about what's going on. I'm not perfect. It did immobilize me. I wasn't doing the work that I should be doing for a while because I was scared, because I lived in fear that things weren't ever going to work out for me the way I wanted it to, or the way I thought. And I thought, oh my gosh, how am I going to tell the world that this is all going to fall apart? It's not. It's not falling apart. It's happening. It's happening exactly how it should. It just might not happen in the way that I thought the how would be. I'm going to post in the comments the link on YouTube to the synchronicities, because that really, I think, helped allow me to see it in a different light, in alignment. It's not just let's believe. It's how do we have action, and when those things don't work out in the right way, how do we have different course of action and take it and keep turning over the stones, keep asking the questions, keep trying until it does work out. If it's meant to be, it's going to happen. And I think this is meant to be. I know it is. I don't think it. I know it is meant to be. And I'm just going to go with it. Thank you for tuning in. And I'll be posting after this one about the shoreline reserve that I already filmed a couple weeks ago. And then I will be talking a little bit more about septic and what the rules are and well and so on and so forth. Because man, there are a lot and I'm learning so much. And I'm glad you're here with me on the ride. Thanks.